Well, I promise you OpTic Karma, and joining me is, of course, Karma. First of all, how are you feeling today? Oh, I think, hold on, I think your microphone may have gone off. No, it's still good, I don't know.
Hello.
There we go,
There we go.
Finally got that working. All right, first of all, how
As
are
we
you?
were saying, I'm doing good today, yeah. And we just got a quick win, 4-0.
It was a quick win.
Good way to start off the tournament for us. Yeah, it was like you guys said, it was a confidence booster and just a good warm-up going into Championship Sunday.
I think that's always one of those good things to get out of the way, to just sit there and go, you know what, I'm feeling comfortable with LAN, because LAN does feel a little bit different than sitting at home and kind of get yourself back in that LAN space, especially since it's been, what, 5 months since you last played on LAN?
Yeah, it's been a while since the qualifier.
Yeah.
Since we qualified for CWL, that was the last time we played on LAN, and I mean, we really didn't play much. We played 2 matches, so it's good to be back here playing on LAN again.
Awesome. All right, well, let's kind of quickly dip into that first game here. Now, for me, the most interesting thing was the pick and ban phase. What was kind of going through your minds here? Because obviously you saw the SMGs got kind of burnt very quickly, and you must have looked and gone, all right, I see what game they're playing. What was the discussion you guys had?
Yeah, so at first we thought they were just banning the VMP, you
Yeah.
know, because, I mean, Seth's really good with it. We're all really good with the VMP. But then they ended up banning every SMG, and they just kept going. They kept going, so we're like, all right, do we save an SMG, or do we just go with using assault rifles? And I guess their plan was to use a shotgun.
Well, the Argus is
they
really
used
good.
Argus, but luckily we had the Razorback in still and the other assault rifles, so it really didn't matter too much. I mean, they were getting a couple kills with the shotguns, which was a little unexpected, but I mean, at the end, we just played our game and we went out there, and shotguns can't really beat anything else. So.
All right, well, I mean, this is really curious, right? This whole pick and ban phase, and the way that, you know, that's already thrown a spanner into your works here. Is this something that you've ever covered in discussions when you're at home with the team?
It kind of depends on who we're playing. You know, some teams like to play with tacticals. Some teams don't. Some teams like to not use Afterburner. Like, they banned Afterburner on evac, which, you know, it's a good ban because there's a lot of wall running on that map, so it makes sense. But you kind of get to feel out teams when you play them in the online league and when you're scrimming, and you kind of know what they're going to do going into the game. So this ban in Protect was a little unexpected because we never played them before. So I imagine the other teams playing the open bracket teams are probably going through the same thing. You know, there's probably a little tricks every now and then. Do you ever
have a determined structure coming into a game for the pick and ban, or is it somebody calls the shots in the booth, or is it just kind of a general discussion?
It really, like I said, it really depends. Like, we have a set, you know, probably like 6 bans that we like to do. There's, I mean, maybe 4 if you watch our games or, you know, watch that match. There's 4 bans that, you know, we kind of do almost every time, but it like I said, it depends. Depends who we're playing. It depends what the other team wants to do, and we have a set strategy, but if something happens that's weird, you know, we're ready to counter it.
If something weird does happen, say like, for instance, in that last game, is it whose job is it to kind of call and say, oh, right, well, we need to do this now?
We kind of all, like, really discuss it. Krim, you know, he'll be the first one to say something, but yeah, it's a team thing. Everyone just spits out, you know, what they're thinking, and we just go with what we think's best.
All right, well, that's kind of an interesting insight into the mind of how your team works. All right, so first of all, I kind of want to jump on this subject here. Now, AW come under a lot of criticism last year for the way. Is it safe to say, and certainly in my opinion, you seem a lot more comfortable in this game. You've been performing a lot better. Are you happy to be playing this?
Yeah, I feel like in Black Ops 3 I can play a little smarter. Like, I feel like that was the thing I've always, like, based my playstyle on in AW, whether it was too fast or just the things I did. Like, they didn't really matter in that game. It was kind of just a smash the hill kind of game, and if you were quicker, you were better. And I don't know what really happened in AW. That's kind of a blur to me. It's in the past now, but Black Ops 3, I mean, it's the closest thing to Black Ops 2 that we've gotten in a while. We're back to hardpoint, normal hardpoint, and I love the wall running. You know, there's no dash and there's no triple jumping, but I love the movement in this game. And I mean, it's not over the top, but you know, it's just perfect.
All right. Well, your upcoming game, H2K. Now, from what you said earlier on, this is the team you played to qualify for the league.
Yeah.
Is this? Are you confident going into this one?
Yeah, we're pretty confident going into this. They started off the league really well, and like you said, we played them to qualify for the World League. They tend to be a slower team, I feel, at least when we played them at the qualifier. The maps, at least from a spectator's point of view, they look pretty close, but I think it's because they just have a really slow play style, and we just really countered it well. We didn't really let them get any opportunities to score against us, whether it was uplink, CTF, or hardpoint. And I think the biggest thing for us playing this team is to win an S&D. Obviously, there's 3 in a best of 7, and they're known for their S&D. So
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the key to winning this series versus them.
Awesome. And speaking of the series, though, you briefly touched on it. Best of sevens. Do you enjoy playing best of sevens, or do you miss the old best of five?
I don't mind best of sevens, but I'd really like to, I don't know, play more hard points. I'm kind of iffy with CTF. It really depends. Like, some maps in CTF, to me, you know, aren't as good as they could be. And CTF in general, I don't know. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's the worst thing I've ever played. But, I mean, it's fun. I mean, Uplink's really good. S&D's good. Hardpoint's pretty good. But best of sevens are cool. I don't mind a single elimination. Puts more pressure on everyone. I mean, if you lose, you're not going to be happy. So hopefully we don't lose.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me here. You've got a long day ahead of you, several more games to go. I'm going to let you go. Right. We'll be right back after the break. And I believe we're going to have a word from our sponsors. So don't go anywhere. Join us then.